So guys, here we are, MMA UK News, Stoomboy as always, MMA UK BJJ show. So going to be talking about ADCC Scotland. Now before we do, just a quick word on my sponsor. So Simplified Debt are a company that helps people across the UK who are maybe struggling financially. So if you are struggling, I say definitely hit these guys up. We do offer a free, friendly, confidential service, and the details across the bottom of the screen, phone number and website. Just quote either Stoomboy, the MMA UK BJJ show, or even the Scottish MMA Awards, just so you know where you're coming from. Now, going to be talking about ADCC Scotland Invitational 2. So it's going to be this Saturday coming, Saturday 10th of June. Now, it's going to be at the Golden Lion Hotel in Stirling. Now, anybody that was at the first one, they'll all tell you the same thing. It was absolutely awesome. We had some amazing grappling on display that night. It was a very, very tight venue, so everybody was on top of the action, which made it that so much better. So this Saturday is going to be no different. We've got some of the top grapplers from all over are going to be descending on Stirling next Saturday. Now, ticket availability, anybody looking for tickets, either hit up your chosen grapplers first of all. If you can't get any from them, then go to the ADCC Scotland Facebook page and you will get the tickets through Eventbrite. So make sure you do not miss this because it's going to be another awesome event. Now, my next guest is going to be on the show that night. So Ruairi McCallion of SBG Strabane is going to be heading over, taking on Ramsay McDonald. So Ruairi, we got to see at the first one. Again, another awesome grappler coming out, a really, really great team under Gareth Vaughan. So we're going to see more amazing stuff coming from Ruairi next Saturday. So listen, thank you very much, Ruairi, for taking the time to speak to me.
Thanks for having me on.
Oh, that's an absolute pleasure. As I said, obviously I saw Strabane were heading over with a few people. So yeah, I was like, do you know what I mean? I always love chatting with Gareth and the rest of the guys across Ireland because at the moment, Ireland is a hotbed for jiu-jitsu at the moment. I mean, it seems to be some of the best grapplers in the world are coming out of Ireland at the moment.
Yeah. It's clear to see when the boys are getting on the ADC worlds and things like that. There, it's kind of putting them back on the map again for it. Even within our own wee club as well. There's some amazing talent within our own club and locally as well in the surrounding areas. So it's a good time for Irish jiu-jitsu and even MMA as well, just coming out of it.
Yeah. I watched was it the Conor McGregor, the new documentary he's got out, and that's where he was saying before he did that, before he was out there in the UFC, there was MMA was on the scene, jiu-jitsu was about, but it wasn't really well known in Ireland. And then suddenly, obviously, he came in and MMA blew up. But then obviously you've got people like Kieran Davern, you've got Dara doing great stuff at East Coast Jiu-Jitsu. SBG seem to be running the show when it comes to combat sports in general. So it's definitely it's a great time to be doing grappling or any kind of jiu-jitsu at all.
Yeah, especially like when you have the likes of Conor and even like the ones down that train all the time down in Dublin headquarters. Like, to be fair, Gareth would head down there at least once or twice a month and train with the pro MMA team. He'll stay on late and do the jiu-jitsu class as well. And then because he's down there, then he's bringing that back up to us. So then we're replicating that then, and it's just working a dream at the minute. And then we're lucky enough to have James Gallagher as well. So James is home for a while, so he's been on helping us train and things like that there, and it's been a privilege and a blessing to have him on for this last while.
Yeah. That's the great thing about what we do. I mean, we can get to train with some of the best people in the world. I mean, you wouldn't. We always talk about other sports. We like football. How many people could just rock up and play a five-a-side with Messi or Ronaldo or something like that?
It's one of those ones like when we go down to Dublin, like you have Richie Small and Carmer, Will Fury, like you're chatting elite athletes at the top of the game. It's not, as you say, it's not every day where you can go down and get your head beaten and then have a good conversation with them then after it, you know what I mean? So it is one of those ones where you can actually roll away a world-class superstar, like.
Yeah. What about you? How's training going for you? Because obviously you mentioned getting to train with some amazing people, but how's training in general for yourself?
Training's been going really, really good. Actually, the club's been extremely busy.
So we're just waiting on. Usually, whenever it freezes like that, they usually get a phone call. And so chances are, as I said, Rooney's maybe got a phone call. So just waiting on coming back. So yeah, trains out of SBG under Gareth Vaughan. I mean, anybody doesn't know who Gareth Vaughan is. I mean, I don't know where you've been because Gareth's definitely a legend. I say we call Gareth. I call him the Masters. He's in the Masters, so we're Mustangs. So we'll just wait on Ruairi coming back in. But yeah, Gareth Vaughan has got an amazing team at SBG Strabane. And we talk about, Ruairi was mentioned there, obviously SBG headquarters, people coming from all over Ireland. I mean, not just SBG. I mean, people train, they cross-train and so on. I mean, you've got so many different gyms in Ireland and everybody cross-trains because the goal is to make Irish jiu-jitsu or Irish combat sports the best in the world. And as they're doing a fantastic job in Ireland. Absolutely love going over there and seeing the jits that's on display. I was over there for the last Grapple Kings in Tara, and it was a fucking awesome event, really, really awesome event. We got training at Team Rhino gym just before it, which was brilliant. So yeah, let's bring Ruairi back in. Hi, Ruairi, you all right?
Yeah, sorry about that. So now, like I was saying there, club's been extremely busy. There was a local grappling and MMA show on, so we had three grapplers and 3 MMA fighters, so everyone was kind of being prepped for that. And then this was kind of announced in around the same time, so and everyone's just kind of stayed on their game for it. Like, so training's been really, really good within the club, so it is.
Yeah. Tell us about ADCC Scotland as well, and not ADCC in general. I mean, the rule set is very, very different, but the rule set is definitely for people who love to attack and love to put pressure. I mean, because as I said, it's very, very different rule set from what an IBJJF comp or something like that. So tell us about the rule set for you. I mean, is it something, obviously it's something you enjoy?
It's actually a wee bit out of my comfort zone, to be honest with you. It's the not that it'll be a points player as such. Like I still will look for a sub, like, but it's the fast pace, it's the constant movement. That's go 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 kind of thing. Whereas like I myself hate going to watch a grappling match and it's just 2 boys, 1 man passes, gets side control, and then that's it. The fight's over. That kind of rags me, like, to be honest, to a certain point. So it does, like, it's an interesting setup, especially when it's half and half. So it's been interesting. Like, we've been trying to change training up for it now as well. So it's fitting in nicely.
Yeah, I get in a lot of trouble from a lot of people because I always say, even though I'm a jits guy, jiu-jitsu can be boring as fuck to watch.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So, it all depends. It all depends.
I've been to a lot of jits comps and you've sat there and there could be 100 matches on and maybe 3 of them were fantastic, but the other 97, as you say, there'll be guys trying to stall the match out and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So.
And like, it's not as if to say, like, we would kind of see that locally too. Don't get me wrong, competitions around here is great, but at the end of the day, it's a local competition. Like, stalling out for points, and it's frustrating. Like, where like the likes of ABJ Worlds or something like that, there's a certain understanding where you can go, actually, I don't blame you for doing that. But other than that, you should always be kind of looking for the sub, looking for the finish, or at least looking to improve from where you're at that moment in time.
Yeah. What about the event itself then? So the second one, I know you were on the first one, but the second one, how did you find out you were going to be on it?
The first one was a short match for me. I was in the wrong end of one of the quickest matches of the night. Sander caught me in a footlock with about 30 seconds in, so it was a short night. And then finally, I seen the post coming up, and me and Kieran kind of messaged each other at the exact same time, and we says, well, fuck it, we'll chance it. And thanks to Craig, he more than welcome. Yeah, leave us, mate, get you started. And I think within 2 days, I have a purple belt here for you. Do you want to you want to go? And I was like, yeah, definitely. So, big shout out to Craig too for allowing us to come back on again.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, Ireland's very, very similar to Scotland in a way in regards to combat sports. Do you know what I mean? Because again, a lot of people were doing it back in the day, but then as I said, over time, it's gradually getting better and better. And we're seeing similar to what you're seeing in Ireland, where I was talking when you jumped out for a second. I was saying that in Ireland, you guys cross train with other gyms. I mean, and the main goal is to make Irish grappling or Irish MMA to be the best in the world, and that's very, very similar to Scotland in a way, being a small country. So we look to Ireland and say, well, look, what's Irish grapplers doing? What's Irish MMA stars doing? So and it sets the benchmark for us in Scotland.
Yeah, that's it. Like it's good to cross train. Like even like within like there's numerous SBG gyms, but like we'll go down to maybe SBG Belfast and they'll be teaching something completely different from what we're doing. You'll roll with somebody for the 10 minutes, and at the end of it, you're going, "How did you do that?" or "Why did you do that?" You know, that's what it's all about. Like at the end of the day, it's not about, "Oh, I caught you in that, and I'm never going to show you how to do it." Like that's not the way it should be. Like, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I mean, I was over at the last Grapple Kings, and we went training at a Team Rhino. It was obviously Andy Chapman, good friend of mine, took me over, and we went over. I thought we were only going to go over for a few rolls, and ended up we did a full hour's class, and then obviously there was rolling and stuff like that after it. So, but it was awesome. I mean, I got to roll and train with a lot of great people. And even like the people I know, the people I speak to on a regular basis from Ireland, and just hearing about the growth, do you know what I mean, from the females to the male grapplers, the masters and stuff like that as well. Or as I like to call me and Gareth, the Mustangs. so,
I'm not even going to comment on that so much because it's not worth it.
Well, that's the Mustang. When I say Mustang, it's like, and the way I remember explaining it to Gareth was like, mate, we're like Mustangs. We're like an old vintage car, right?
Yeah.
It's going nowhere, man. I mean, we're like the old vintage muscle car. So,
to be fair to him, he does. He goes out and he just puts it out there, like he does, and he backs it up, which is even better for us, like as a student. To see what he's actually teaching us is paying off. And the competition, like he competed in that ADCC Ireland there a few weeks ago, Ramsay McCallion, and on the Friday night he showed us an armbar, and his first match he subbed the boy with said armbar, like so.
Yeah.
It's always. It's good for us to see him doing that, like, because then you're going, he's just not winging it as such.
Yes, yeah, no, that's brilliant. He definitely he leads from the front. He definitely leads from the front.
He does, to be fair to him.
What's next for you then? So obviously this Saturday is going to be your main focus. What would you like to see yourself doing for the rest of the year, Ruairi?
There's a couple local competitions coming up, so as to get involved in that there, and then hopefully, I know Andy is running another one of his shows again, so near the end of the year. So I'd like to maybe finish the year off with a wee slot in that there. Like it's half an hour down the road from us, which is brilliant. Like all the other competitions we're going to Dublin and just to get there, like so it's a good 2 hours at least to get away. So hopefully this kind of kickstarts. I've had a rough enough while competition run this last while, so hopefully this kind of pulls me out of that hole. It was a target for myself to kind of get the head straight and weight down and go at it. So hopefully it's the start of a new competition run.
Yeah, listen, well, whatever you do, we'll be loving seeing what you're doing when you're out there. So it's going to be awesome. This Saturday is going to be another amazing time. It's going to be great to see you guys coming over. So final thing then, Ruairi, anybody you want to shout out to, any friends, family members, teammates, anything like that?
Just everyone back at the gym for just being always on their A game and opening up to helping us out and just being that, as they always say, sometimes you're the hammer, you're the nail, and they're willing to be the nail to let you away. And was better shout out my wife too, for she's been kind of feeding me and keeping me in the straight and narrow with the food and things like that there, and keeping the weight right. And special thanks to Gareth too, like, because as I was saying outside the gym, like. It's been a big help to me this last while, so a big shout out to him as well.
Yeah, just as you mentioned that, the general comes in, Gareth Vaughan. So,
yeah, he's keeping the tight eye.
So, yeah, just as you mentioned that, obviously a wee fist bump and obviously praying hands there. So, but yeah, Gareth, it's going to be good to see you out there, Gareth, as well. So,
yeah, we've also Lisa and Kieran as well. They managed to get matches on this time as well. So all four of us, we always travel. We always seem to travel together, regardless of who's kind of competing. If it's Gareth, it's normally Gareth and the Three Stooges that's coming behind him. So we're all fighting this time. So.
Do I remember Gareth? I remember I'd spoke to Gareth, and I can't remember. It was like a Grapple Kings event was going on. I remember doing an interview with him, and do you know what I mean? We said, "Oh, it'd be great to see each other in person." And I remember I was meant to be coming over to Ireland, and then I got stopped at Glasgow Airport, and they wouldn't let me on the plane because I didn't have some form COVID related. Right?
COVID,
yeah. And then Gareth was meant to be coming over to Northern Submission Series. And at that time, there was, I think, 3 hour waiting to get on a plane, and he didn't get over. So we'd be messaging each other back and forward like that. Mate, we're never going to see each other. And then eventually, I can't think where it was. We eventually seen each other at an event, and it was like, yeah. So, but it was good. So let's hope he gets out of Ireland on Saturday.
Yeah, well, hopefully we should all get out pretty safely. So we're flying out early enough, like, so hopefully if there is any mishaps, we have enough time to make up for it.
Listen, you'll be fine, man. So, guys, there we go. We've got Ruairi McCallion, SBG Strabane, going to be up against Ramsay McDonald. That's going to be next Saturday, the 10th of June, ADCC Scotland Invitational 2. So now, anybody looking for tickets, as I said, make sure you hit up your chosen grappler first of all, if you're going to see someone in particular. If you can't get any tickets from them, head over to the ADCC Scotland Facebook page. You will get all the details there. The tickets are on Eventbrite, so you will get your tickets directly through it. It's going to be at the Golden Lion Hotel right in the centre of Stirling. So awesome venue, really intimate venue, which is something that the grapplers love. They love the spectators being on top of the action. There's nothing worse than an IBJJF comp where somebody's sitting in fucking Rose Ed, right, shouting down. They're going to be on top of the action. And I say the grapplers absolutely love that kind of venue. So it's going to be another amazing night next Saturday. But listen, Ruairi, absolute pleasure, brother. Thanks for taking the time to speak to me.
Thanks for having me on. Thank you very much.
Yeah, listen, well, enjoy the rest of your week training, and I'll see you next Saturday, brother.
See you in person next Saturday.
Take care, mate. Bye-bye.
Thanks, now, bye.